swipe, and Curry gets it up in time at just the right time as they were staring at elimination twice. Draymond Green knocks.
He makes his first two.
No look. And then Thompson got himself out corner.
The NBA has always been about Eras magic handed down from one superstar to the next. And lately, the league hasn't been shy about its desire to find a new face. A younger, flashier name to headline the next chapter.
So Scottie Pippen's fouling Curry in the backcourt. And Steve Kerr, that's the stuff he's talking about. It didn't bother Steph at all. He went and made a basket anyway.
From the sky, from a building, behind the door, and does some incredible things.
There was a couple possessions in the beginning of the fourth where I wanted to see how really hot I was.
In boardrooms and branding decks, they've already drafted the next storyline. But there's a problem. The stars of yesterday aren't done yet, especially not the Golden State Warriors. While the league is busy setting the stage for its new kings, Steph Curry and company are still writing their own story. The Warriors don't fit the league's new mold, and that seems to bother people. But instead of fading quietly into history, they've chosen to stay loud, relevant, and defiant. And that choice has made this season something far more compelling than a typical playoff run. It's become a battle over legacy itself. At 37 years old, Steph Curry is still doing what he's always done, carrying a team on his back with grace, precision, and impossible three-pointers. He's not as young, not as flashy in the league's eyes, but he's still one of the most dangerous men on the floor, and the NBA seems unsure of what to do with that. The marketing machine is busy shifting focus to the next generation, while Steph continues to put in work like the spotlight is still his. There's no passing of the torch here, no planned farewell tour, just a man who built an empire refusing to hand over the keys until he's ready. And make no mistake, he's not ready. He's not chasing nostalgia. He's chasing one more ring, one more shot at proving that greatness doesn't have an expiration date. While the world writes his ending, he's rewriting the script in real time. On April 20th, the Warriors took the court in what was supposed to be a basketball game, but it looked more like a wrestling match. Steph was bumped, grabbed, held, and tackled off-ball possession after possession. The officials let it happen, over and over. In a game where Curry took 19 shots and was physically targeted on nearly every single one, he only shot 2 free throws. 2. That number is more than a stat, it's a statement. It suggests a league ready to ignore one of its most influential players. Despite everything Steph has given to the NBA, from revolutionizing the game to expanding its global reach, the whistles have grown quiet. And that silence is deafening. It sends a message that the league is more interested in moving forward than honoring the players who built the foundation. But Steph isn't asking for favors. He's demanding respect the only way he knows how, by continuing to show up and compete at the highest level. The Warriors' play-in game against Memphis wasn't just physical, it was wild. With everything on the line and seconds left on the clock, the officiating once again took center stage. Moses Moody stripped the ball cleanly from Zach Edey, only to be shoved with both hands. Instead of a foul on Edey, the refs hit Kevon Looney with the call. 14 seconds remained, and those 2 free throws nearly decided the entire game. This wasn't an isolated mistake. It was a pattern that's followed the Warriors all season. Calls at critical moments seem to lean away from them. Whether it's subconscious bias or something deeper, the effect is real. The Warriors aren't just playing their opponents, they're battling a narrative that feels predetermined. But rather than complain, they fight. They take the hits, shake off the whistles, and keep pushing forward. Even if the Warriors break through the officiating barriers, their path only gets tougher. The Rockets might be manageable. They're young, quick, but still raw. It's the next rounds that pose the real threat. The Lakers are waiting, armed with veteran firepower and the benefit of every borderline call going their way. That whistle bias has become a part of their identity. Then comes the league's new favorite, Baby Jordan, a rising star already being promoted as the future face of the NBA. The league isn't hiding it. They're ready to crown someone new and write a fresh narrative. But that's where the Warriors thrive. They've been here before, counted out, underestimated, and told their time was up. And every time, they've come back swinging. They don't just play through the pressure, they use it. They're not interested in passing the torch. They're still holding it. And they're not letting go without a fight. If there's a final boss in this year's playoff gauntlet, it's Oklahoma City. With 68 wins, they've entered the realm of all-time greatness. Only 6 teams in NBA history have hit that number. They're young, sharp, and coached like a machine. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the face of the future, and the league knows it. He gets every whistle, commands the offense, and lives in highlight reels. Add in a disciplined, deep roster, and you've got a team that doesn't just play well, it suffocates. Their dismantling of Memphis said it all. Desmond Bane finished with a shocking -51, the worst plus-minus in playoff history. OKC doesn't just beat teams, they erase them. Then there's Boston. No flash, no noise, just wins. Critics call them boring, but their system is ruthless. Elite spacing, volume threes, everyone a threat. Their three-point shooting isn't about one hot hand, it's a full-on storm. They space the floor with purpose and attack relentlessly. The Warriors aren't just facing talent, they're facing two teams built like final bosses. But those teams haven't battled legends. They haven't been tested by players with scars, rings, and a memory for comebacks. And that makes all the difference. By February, the Warriors looked like a team running out of road. Defense was shaky, chemistry was off, and the season felt like it was slipping away. Then came the Butler trade. No drama, no noise, just impact. From the moment Jimmy arrived, the Warriors looked different, sharper, tougher, hungrier. Since that trade, they've been the third best team in the league. Only OKC and Boston have done better. But they didn't just start winning. They climbed to #1 in defense across the entire NBA. That kind of turnaround doesn't happen by luck. It happens when the right piece walks into the room. Jimmy brought more than numbers. He brought fight. He held the locker room accountable and turned up the intensity when it mattered. This wasn't a desperate patch. It was a full reset. The Warriors found their identity again. And now, heading into the fire, they're not just playing to survive. They're coming to take over. When the dust settles, this season won't be remembered for box scores or highlight reels. It will be remembered for what it represented. The Warriors are playing for more than a trophy. They're fighting for the right to be remembered on their own terms. In a world that values what's next over what's still here, they are choosing not to be forgotten. Legacy isn't built by walking away quietly. It's built by standing tall when the world wants you to disappear. Steph Curry, at this point in his career, is facing not just defenders, but time itself. And still, he plays with joy, heart, and belief. The Warriors have heard every insult washed, outdated, past their prime. But they refuse to fold. They're not here for nostalgia. They're here to remind everyone that greatness isn't handed out. It's earned. And it doesn't vanish because someone new walks in the room. This is what legacy looks like when it refuses to die. If you believe in heart over hype, in legends over labels, then show it. Drop a comment, share this story, and subscribe for more. Because the next chapter in this fight is coming and you won't want to miss it.